Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. Amongst Frieza's forces, Kyewi is one of the most powerful characters in Dragon Ball Z. He makes Sarbon tremble and Dodoria kneel, and even overshadows the Ginyu Force, especially Vegeta himself. At least, that's what he thinks he does. Today we have for you Kyewi, one of the briefest appearances of Dragon Ball Z. Let's begin! Bandai SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Key. Frieza's forces was filled with warriors from many corners of the universe, and you would expect these warriors to be merciless, cruel, and evil. But in the case of Kyewi, he didn't have much time to get into character, because he had to face someone more villainous than him, Vegeta. Let's check out Kyewi, guys. Here we have the outer box, and it's a classic window box where you can see the character himself and some accessories. To the left we have in big white letters SH Figuarts, Kyewi. Now to the right we have a picture of Kyewi himself in a very overconfident pose. Below we have some legal information, warnings, and Bandai's logo, Dragon Ball Z logo, and other logos. Now let's check out the first side of the box. Here we have some display poses. First, his death pose when Vegeta killed him, a battle pose, and below we have an extension of Kyewi's pose on the front of the box, and below just Kyewi's hand. Now let's check out the back of the box. Here we have on the top left corner the name Kyewi in big black letters. Below we have an overconfident Kyewi, just like the one on the front of the box. To the right we have a collection of display poses. We have him scared, we have him in action pose, we have him being killed by Vegeta, and here below trying to escape from Vegeta. And below we have more legal information and warnings. Now let's check out the other side of the box. Here we have an extension of the front of the box, where you can see part of the figure, and the name of the figure in the middle and on the bottom. Now we're back to the front of the box. Now let's check out the blister box, guys. Okay guys, here we have the blister box for Kyewi, and we can appreciate the figure even more, and of course his accessories. Now, it's time to check out the vanilla pose, guys. Okay guys, here we have one of the many goons in Frieza's forces, who thought to be more powerful than he turned out to be. It shows that there are many layers in the pyramid of evil, and this guy happened to meet the guy on the top of the pyramid, Vegeta. So let's check out Kyewi, guys. Here we have Kyewi in his vanilla pose. As you can see, he's wearing a Frieza army uniform, where you can see the dark blue chest guard with white lines and mustard yellow color on the middle. This uniform has large mustard yellow shoulder guards with lines cut evenly. The uniform has hip guards that fall downwards, guys. Then he's got white gloves and yellow bracelets on top of the gloves. But the boots have like a different tone, like a greenish tone, guys. Almost like if it were glow-in-the-dark boots, guys. Very interesting. And he's wearing black pants, and he has some visible musculature on the thighs, but not so much on the arms, guys. Now let's check out Kyewi's head. I can't help but to say that Kyewi reminds me of Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. Anyways, as you can see, he has a large forehead with some pimple-like protuberances there. All over the head, neck, and exposed purple arms, guys. So his skin color is purple. Now you can see he's got a line through the middle of his forehead, and he's got some protuberances. Perhaps they are breathing ports, since I can't really see his nose, guys. Well, at least he's got breathing ports, whereas Krillin does not. Poor Krillin. You can see Kyewi's overconfident face expression, and those whiskers, they remind me of a catfish, guys. So he's quite the character, guys. Quite a lot of things going on here with Kyewi. Okay, let's check out the articulation for Kyewi, guys. Okay guys, let's check out the articulation for Kyewi. And as usual, let's start with the head. The head goes down, like this. And the head goes up. Then the head turns to the left. And the head can turn to the right, very nicely. Now let's check out the torso articulation. As you can see, the torso can move forward. And the torso goes backwards a bit. And the torso can move to the left. And it can move to the right. Now let's check out the arms articulation. And of course, you have to move the shoulder guard in order to fully articulate the arm. The arm moves forward. And the arm moves backwards. And the arm moves out. Kyewi does have a bicep cut, which rotates very nicely like this. And then we have a double jointed elbow articulation. It can flex like this very nicely. And finally we have hand articulation. The hand moves up and the hand moves down. And of course the wrist rotates. Next, let's check out the leg articulation. The leg moves forward and the leg moves backwards. And the leg moves out. Kyewi does have a thigh cut. It can rotate like this. And then we have a double jointed knee articulation. You can bend the knee all the way up to here, or even more if you want. And finally we have foot articulation. You can move the foot up and down. And the foot does have a rocker. And then we have toe articulation. You can move the toe up and straight. And that's it for Kyewi's articulation, guys. Now let's check out the accessories. Alright guys, here we have the accessories for Kyewi. And we have, first of all, 4 alternate heads for Kyewi. We have the first head, which is a worried face expression. Next we have the dying expression. Kyewi about to explode expression. That's my favorite. Not that he exploded, but my favorite head sculpt. Very nicely detailed. The tongue, the eyes popping out, the twisted face. Very, very nicely sculpted, guys. Next we have the excited face expression. Oops. One of the whiskers came off, guys. Let's place it back. Takes a little while, but here it is. And finally we have the laughing face expression for Kyewi. Very cool, very nicely sculpted. You can see the tongue, you can see the eyes, very nicely sculpted. Very cool. Next we have an alternate head for 24,000 power level Vegeta. Sold separately, guys. Moving on, here we have a couple of scouters. Power level scouters are scouters for Kyewi, guys. Next we have the interchangeable hands. Here we have the open palms. Next we have the slightly open hands. And finally we have Vegeta 2-finger pose hand. Just like the one he used for making Kyewi explode. And that's it for the accessories, guys. Kyewi is basically Vegeta's annoying co-worker from space. He's petty, jealous, and constantly trying to outshine him. He's one of Frieza's soldiers, and his big thing is reminding Vegeta that technically Frieza likes him better. Of course, we know that he is wrong. Kyewi appears in the Namek saga, provoking Vegeta and acting like he's better than him. They have a long-lasting rivalry. He even brags about getting a power boost while Vegeta was away on Earth. Eventually, they have an epic showdown on Namek. Kyewi quickly learns the hard truth. Vegeta is not the same warrior he used to be. In their battle, Kyewi tries to win using sneak attacks and chip shots, but Vegeta is on a completely different level. The fight ends with Vegeta vaporizing him in one of those classic "don't mess with me" moments. Kyewi is memorable, not because he was powerful, but because he was the perfect example of what happens when you challenge Vegeta too many times. Okay guys, and just like Kyewi is finished, this review is also finished. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.